Hi, my name is Jason Pizak. I'm one of the co-founders of Loamy. Loamy is a platform for grower shippers and distributors to manage their supply chain processes all through a single platform. We help companies manage their inventory, keep track of all their orders and customer requirements and costs associated with it, help manage the financials, invoices, making sure you're getting paid properly. And then finally, we help a lot of companies with food safety, helping keep track of all the order documentation, but also QA inspections as well. Our platform is different in that it is online and it's available not only on web, but also on mobile. So it's available to you anytime. I'm really excited to walk you through and show you the entire Loamy platform, and hopefully you'll be able to see how we'll be able to help a company like you. Starting with order management, we make it really seamless for anyone in your organization to be able to see what's actually happening, what's incoming, and what's outgoing at any given time. To go in and view any information, you just click on the order number and you can see all the information is all highlighted right here for me. I can see where it's going, I can see the product, the cost, the price, even the profit, what I'm making on each of these orders all in a single view. I can see the schedule, when it was received, when it was picked up, any costs associated with it, any of the freight cost or anything else, wraps or anything, and then the actual freight information broken out here as well. And then in this top right corner, I can actually see as well all the adjustments that take place on the order. So if I want to know who changed what, I can get an audit trail in a single place right there. And then in the case I need to leave any notes for someone who's going to be shipping this out, I can give instructions for them for packing or for loading the truck itself right here, and they can get notified about it. So we make it really easy, but not just to be able to view information about the order and collaborate, but also to create orders as well. So to create one, you just go in the top right corner and hit add sales order. And then you'll see a lot of the information is already pre-populated for me. The salesperson, the type, sales terms, due date, all these things are all defaulting. And this is flexible too, so we can work with you to make sure it fits, but we want to reduce the amount of inputs it requires to create orders. We want to make sure it's accurate and that it's fast so that your team can process as many orders as you need to. So then when you actually add the customer, we'll automatically default the pay terms and delivery location to their default main location that you've customized. Then I can go down, I can select the product. In this case, we'll just say cherries. And you'll see that there's this insight tab that immediately pulls up and it will notify me and tell me what was the last price this customer had for this specific product, and then the average price over the past 5 days for everybody and 30 days if it's available. And then when you're going in, you can then add the quantity, 20 boxes. We'll say in this case, $43.20, and it'll automatically calculate the revenue for me. And then all I have to do is hit save and I'm done. But let's say that you want it to be even faster. This isn't fast enough and you want to make it even easier, especially for those customers that do a lot of repeat orders. Well, we have this ability here to go and select a recent order from this customer. So then you can go in and you can see any order, what the product was, and you can just reselect it to make it really easy to reorder. And then when I go do this, this will then update and will plug in all the information that they previously filled out for that order. So you know the quantity, you know what their preferences are for the order, and all the information is auto-populated for you. You can still make adjustments if you want. You can say, okay, rather than that, it's not $67 anymore, it's actually $45, and you can then adjust that, or they didn't mean 100 boxes, they meant 10. You can then go and tweak things and then hit save. So we make it really easy to go through this process for all your sales reps and for you as well. But not just on sales orders, but purchase orders as well. So you can go in and you can see all the information about everything happening for the order itself, the schedule, when it was actually received, any of the costs, freight, and all of that information right in here. And then at any point, if you want to go and create documentation for it, all you have to do is hit download and you'll have it right there. So order management is a breeze in our system because we make it so that it requires as little as inputs as possible for the sales reps, but also ensures accuracy. It makes it easier for everyone to collaborate all on the same page. We also have a robust inventory management solution, making it easy to always know what's incoming, what's outgoing. In this overview section, you can see where all your products are at, which ones are in each stage, what's going to be incoming today, what's been received, what's on hand, what's been assigned, and what's actually available. And if you've overcommitted, we'll highlight and show you you need to get more product for this specific order. But we don't want you to just look at a high level. We want you to be able to dig into the details as well. And so we break it out by order, where you can then see on each PO that's incoming, what's been assigned, what's available, what do you actually have on hand, so your sales staff can know what do they need to additionally sell, what needs to get out the door very quickly. But also on top of that, we break it out by lot as well. So then you can know for each and every lot, what do you have that's gonna be incoming, what is actually already in, and what needs to get sold. And we'll even give a health status as well. So we'll actually say when something has gone beyond the time that it should be, and your sales team knows they need to get it out as quickly as possible. So we make it very easy to manage all this all within a single system. But on top of this, you can also make changes to inventory, right? Things happen. Sometimes you need to go and, because something falls off, something rots, you need to be able to go and make changes. Well, you can update your order inventory right here. And you could say, you're actually going to decrease this from 50 containers to 48. And the reason is it went bad or spoilage. And you can give that reason, and you'll see right here, it immediately updated it and adjusted for me. But say that I don't want to just make a change, say that I want to remove it entirely. Well, you can do that as well. You can say, hey, this got rejected, or even the whole order went bad, or you donated it. You can actually just change that right here. You can remove this all from your order inventory right here. You can also do that through your orders, but this is just a quicker way to go through it. So you can do that here. But on top of this, say that you are constantly going and transforming product. You're repacking, you're putting things into different packaging, and you're adding labels after the fact. You can go and do that too very easily. So if you want to go and transform that product or repack it, you just hit transform. You say, okay, this is 48 containers. I'm just going to pull 20 of them. And then I'm going to change this to blueberries whole containers. It already knows. And then I'm going to say this is actually going to go into 25. So I can make adjustments on the fly very quickly and transform products. Not just each one, but I can actually do this in bulk too, and I can do it quickly from the sales order itself. So we make it very easy for you to actually keep track of and manage all your inventory in a single place. And then if you ever have any questions, you're ever curious as to who made what changes and what actually took place, we have a full audit trail for that as well. We'll say who did what at what time and why did they do it. We'll always provide a reason for it as well to make sure that you know who made each change or adjustment. And this all goes back into the order as well. So we have a really robust inventory management solution that keeps track of all your inventory broken out by order, by lot, as we're auto-generating lots. We also generate the labels for your business so that you can actually manage that as well and keep track of with a barcode scanner and go through that process. We provide a lot of flexibility so you can fully repack, you can make adjustments, or you can remove inventory altogether, all through the platform, and also provide traceability so that you know who's making changes in the product and you always know what you have on hand at any given time. So hopefully this helps, and feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Our finances product provides a really easy way to keep track of what's incoming and outgoing in your accounting. You can know what is your profit and loss each month broken out. So you can see that. You can see the month-over-month trends of your costs and revenue and even profit. And then you can see what are the biggest indicators. What are the things that are your biggest expenses, whether it be freight or seal stickers, and then your biggest revenue generators. What does that actually look like? So it just keeps it together in a single dashboard for you to be able to manage that. But then you can also keep track of all your invoices, both those that you're going to be sharing with the customers and those that you've been given by your suppliers. So if I wanted to look at my customers and see which invoices are outstanding, I can go in here and see which ones are actually past due. And I can easily generate an invoice if I want. So I can just go in here and download, get a nice professional format to be able to share with them. Or I can go and update the actual status itself. And I can say when an invoice has been paid, partially paid, whether it's been sent out, whether it's been canceled, if they rejected the order. You can keep track of all that there. We also, on top of all of this, we have a really easy way to actually manage the actual cashier experience as well. So if I want to record a payment, I can just go in here and I can set cash, and then I can plug in how much they're going to pay. And so it'll automatically spit out how much change there is for them to be able to give back, plug in the bank account and status. But it doesn't just work for cash. It works for check as well. You'll see we'll automatically generate a check number here. We can digitally create checks for you, or if you have another system that's using it, that's fine too. But we help you keep track of all of that information so you always know all the transaction data associated with each of these invoices. So you can record the payments, even if it's credit card or ACH, and keep track of them here. We do the same, not just for your sales, but also those purchases that you've made, so that you know when you're paying people on time. So you can go in here, you can update the status, you can record when you've made payments yourself, and all of these things all sync seamlessly back to your accounting system. And that's the really important part. So we integrate with systems like QuickBooks, like Xero, like NetSuite, like a lot of different accounting systems, so that your accounting and inventory are matching on both sides. And that's important. We've heard of a lot of different issues that sometimes take place when there are accounting integrations. We make it really seamless. We prevent the need for double entry or even having to constantly be checking back and forth why things aren't adding up. Everything is synced in real time to make it very easy for you to know with confidence that your accounting is up to date and matches what is in your sales system as well. If you ever have any questions around who made which transactions, who took in order, what did they actually take in at the end of the day, we have a full transactions tab that breaks out saying who created each transaction, how did they accept payment, how much was it, so you know you have an audit trail of everything that actually took place. On top of this, we also help you keep track of all that information at the customer level as well. So we'll actually tell you how much is actually outstanding from that customer. And so you can click in and see them, and we'll show you how much is due for them, limit, and do they have any outstanding credits. This is really important because we want to make it really easy for you to be able to know, for AR team to be able to identify who do I need to reach out to right now, who has outstanding payments, or even who's beyond your limit. The other thing with the financial limit as well is you can make sure that no sales rep is able to place orders beyond that limit without your approval. So then when they go to try to place an order, it will say this actually needs to go to review to an admin, to someone who has that permission. Or the person who has that permission can go and override it if they want as well. But this just provides an easier way to keep track of and manage all the outstanding payments that are due to you. And you can easily see it in here, all in your customer view, so you know who to reach out to. On top of this, we make this even easier with some of our reporting as well. So when you go to our reports, we have a whole finance section so that you can see all the invoices, their statuses, and information about them. But not only that, we'll actually break out for your AR and AP teams who still owes you money or who do you owe money to, and make it very easy for you, broken out into different time buckets. So then you know with this customer, they have a payment that's been due or that you have due to them for the past 91 plus days in here. It will actually highlight in red, so it's very easy and obvious for you to know I need to go follow up and pay them. And the same goes for AR as well, who actually owes you money. We'll show what's outstanding and then how many orders or invoices there are left that you still need to receive from them. And again, all the payment history in here as well. The really cool part though is that once you identify that you owe someone money or they owe you money, so in this case, let's say Bay Hill Club, I can then click this and it'll immediately open up to go to them. And so I can get all the information about them all within a click of a button. So it's really easy to navigate back and forth. And that's the financial platform. We also have a robust supplier and customer management tool. That way you can stay on top of everything that's taking place and be able to understand who do you need to reach out to and manage all the contact information about them. So if you want to dig into any supplier, you can go in and see it. You can see all their locations, what products you buy from them, who are the main contacts that you've dealt with, purchase order information about them, which ones do you still have invoices outstanding for, what's incoming, any notes that you want to be able to collaborate on and identify this is the person you should be communicating with. Make sure you do such and such when working with them. These are easy ways for your team to be able to collaborate and communicate about a given supplier or customer. And the same goes for the customer as well. You can go in and dive in and see all the information about them, all the sales orders, contact information, and everything about them. So we make it really easy for you to manage all of this, all baked into the platform. Not just reports though, we also have user management, so you can manage all of your users, and we have a role-based system that's really flexible. So then you can customize and decide what do you want to give access to. Do you want to only give view access? Do you want to limit so that they only see what's relevant for them, the sales rep, so they can only see their sales orders, not ones from one of your other team members? Do you want to give the ability to override a customer limit? Do you want to give the ability to actually view reports? You can actually hide that entirely. So we have a really flexible system to assign roles and then assign them. And you can just invite them just by hitting add user, specifying their email and phone number, and then their role. So this robust role-based permissioning system ensures that you give out the right level of access for your organization, and it's completely controllable by you. The last couple things I'll touch upon are we make it easy to manage all of the settings in the platform, so you can adjust information about your company, your locations. If you have a accounting integration like QuickBooks or Xero or anybody else, managing those settings in here. If you want to generate labels through our system, you can specify, do you want to focus on a certain date type like Julian date versus the calendar date? Do you want to highlight the lot number or PO number? Do you care about harvest date or country of origin? These are all things that you can get incorporated into the label to customize them. And then finally, you can even customize the language. So the language is fully translated to be able to help people who do not speak English as their first language, but speak Spanish. So to make the change, all you have to do is hit Spanish, save, and the whole dashboard is now completely translated for that. So it makes it very easy to support the people that you want. And then finally, the last thing I'll touch upon is we have a really robust support center that's accessible directly from our dashboard. So you click support, opens up a new tab, and you can view any of the support docs in here to be able to view information about how to get anything done, walking you through step by step, showing exactly how to use the product. We also have a few critical features that kind of touch all the different product areas that make it easier to manage your company in the platform, but also make sure that you get the information you need to be successful and to get insights. One of those is reports. We make it really easy for you to get all the data broken out. And you can see all the order data, what are all the details, returned orders, any information about freight. All this you can dig into, you can download the results really easily. Filter if you want to only look for those that are delayed. You can actually update and change that, and you'll see that I have this order which is delayed. You can get that information. You can break it out by customer, product name, due date, anything like that. But not just for orders, for inventory as well. You can see your lot performance breakdown, what's your per unit price for that, your sales price, the days since it was actually received, so you know what you need to get out quickly. Any changes that were made by any of your staff to the inventory itself. Finances we already spoke about, but your sales analytics as well. What are your top products, top costs? Who are your top sales reps month over month by revenue? Who are your top suppliers who are supplying you the best food? Who are your top customers who's buying from you the most? What does that actually look like? All your contacts organized in a single place that you can go and access. Pricing analytics, so you know price per customer, but also across the board. Which products are trending up month over month in terms of sales, and which ones are trending down in terms of price. You can see all that all within the platform to make it really easy. All these are exportable, but then the other great part about it is that each of these things are directly embedded into our platform. So if you want to dig in deeper to a given supplier from this or to an order, all you have to do is click it and it opens up in a new tab. So your workflows are seamless. Everything is connected. No more having to juggle through 8 different screens just to get what you want. You go in, you get out very quickly. And that about wraps everything up. Thank you for tuning in to watch this very quick demo that walks through our platform. There's a bunch of other smaller features, but hopefully this gives you a good idea of how Loamy can help your business. We're really excited to continue to work with more grower shippers and distributors, helping them manage their supply chain processes. We know that there's a lot of ways that we can help out, and our goal is to just make your organizations better and hopefully make your lives a little bit easier. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. We'd be more than happy to help you any way we can. Thank you.